This is amazing. I need a bathrobe. These past few weeks I've been trying to work on some music, on something simple, quick, efficient that I can just have fun with and just release quickly. Every day after I finish working, I switch my computer, I plug in machine and I start, playing around, trying to find the groove. And it's just so hard just disconnecting from work, and every day it's hard to get back into that mental state where I'm just being creative. I've been thinking about it, and I think eventually that's bound to happen when you try having new ideas every day after work. It's just not gonna happen like that. And when you challenge yourself to release something regularly, it can become like super stressful super quickly. And I think the best way to get out of this is to have a system where you don't have to think about it too much. You basically already have the plan and you action the plan. If every night you have that blank page that's staring at you, it's a lot of pressure. Just, I don't need the guitar anymore. Also, in case you were wondering, the hair, I did this to myself, so if it looks a bit weird, well, pandemic, lockdown, I had to do something. It makes me think of two creators, two very different people, Marc Rebillet and Neistat. You probably know them, I don't really have to tell you who they are, but for the sake of this. Marc Rebillet is a musician, he creates music from scratch. Usually he just live streams for like an hour, 3 hours. He uses a device called a looper, he records himself playing piano, yelling in the microphone, singing. It becomes a repetitive pattern, some repetitive music, and then he can start improvising, and eventually it's gonna become songs. But when he starts, he has nothing. Sometimes he even stops. He gives his phone number on the chat and people call him, so he has like a 2-minute chat with someone he doesn't know. He uses that as instant inspiration to create a small piece of music, a small song. Amazing to see him do it, and on top of that, he makes music wearing a bathrobe. Sometimes he decides to let go of the bathrobe, which is interesting. And then he cuts snippets of the live streams and he calls that the ID log. It's like a notebook of the IDs that he's had during the live streams, and it ends up being small songs. And he's done that all live. It's mad. At the end of the day, he's sharing his creative process in the purest form. It's impressive and inspiring. It's basically like, whatever, I'm just gonna create something and see what happens. It's mad. And Neistat, of course you probably know Neistat. He's one of my biggest inspirations. I'm not hiding it. I just love the work of the guy. A few years ago, he started vlogging every day for more than 2 years. Well, that basically means he's creating a video every day, every single day. What's special about him is that he's always trying to make it like a mini movie, a little bit cinematic. He's a great storyteller, always got something to say, something to talk about. He tries to edit the video so it's like a 3-arc narrative, which is great. But the way he sets the camera, it's like a constant behind the scenes. You see him walk around, he's put the camera on the floor. Like, we're not crazy, we're not stupid, but he's the one who shows you, well, yeah, if I want, I'm gonna do this just so I can tell my story. When you make a video every day, you can't afford to think about what you're gonna make too much, because you're just gonna get behind. And that's the same with Marc Rebillet. He starts a live stream, he's got like, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours to do something, and at the end of it, he's got 3 songs. Somehow both of them, they manage to be creative regularly without too much of a safety net. How is that possible? How can we learn from that? They just don't have the time to think about it too much. So there's a system, there's a set of limitations that allow them to just get out there and do it. It's not perfect, well, who cares, because it's done. While you're still thinking about it, they've made like 3 creations. If you're gonna do something that regularly, you're gonna need a toolbox. For Casey, the toolbox is pretty much New York City. It's whatever he's up to. It's, you know, his camera, his tripod. The format of his vlogs, making a story out of whatever he's doing. For Marc, the toolbox is phone calls, conversation with people, chord progressions, bits and pieces that he's gathered around, you know, listening to other music and stuff like that. And of course, at the end of it, whatever they have, it's not a whole movie, it's not a whole EP, it's not something that's super produced, but it's something that still speaks to people, and you can see the fun, you can see the creativity. They're basically documenting in a creative way. The lesson is share your process and not the product. So yeah, Casey, Marc, they're sharing their creative process, they're sharing the workflow. Somehow, that behind the scenes becomes a creation. Pretty smart. I can't believe that I bought that guitar almost a year ago. That was last summer, and I've never changed the strings. You know, it's one of these little tasks that you always procrastinate. You always say, I'll do it next weekend, or I'll do it after that song, you know, because I need to record something. I don't really want my guitar to be out of tune all the time, because that's what happens when you change your strings. Strings need a bit of time before they stabilize. So there's always a good reason not to do it. Today is the day. I think I need to give myself some space to breathe, my brain some space to you know, relax. If every day I'm stressed out because I'm trying to be productive and creative on top of my day job, never gonna be happy, you know. Sometimes you need a day off, you need a week off, creative stuff. You need to pick a night where you're like, okay, tonight I'm just gonna watch Netflix. Otherwise, while you still watch Netflix, but on top of that, you feel bad and guilty. If it's a conscious choice, you feel better. It's also nice every once in a while to just take some time to just play and have fun. I struggle a lot with that. I need to be better at having off times where I just practice and, you know, learn stuff, and a go time where I just create something. And at the moment I'm trying to do both at the same time, which means I'm just not being creative anymore. I'm not bouncing ideas, I'm just playing catch up with my knowledge. I'm not good at that because I'm always stressed out, because work and then creation and then laundry and then paperwork, it's just never ending. It's never ending. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Expect some music in the next few days, hopefully, because I need to let some things go. Okay, see you next time.